Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little bit more of a casual intro. I've got a lot going on, but what I'm going to teach you today is how to make this gorgeous alcohol ink tumbler with some foils. I have been obsessing over this style and making all the cups, so I want to show you guys so that you guys can make your beautiful cups as well. There, it finally focused, because adding foils just adds a je ne sais quoi. That's French. I made a mermaid one in my mentorship group, BADDIEE University. Hold on, let it focus. This one has a whole bunch of different elements. I really like it. You guys can join my BADDIE VIP app anytime you want. I will link it in the description. You are always welcome to join us. I go live every single week. And without further ado, let's get started so that you can make this beautiful cup. Besitos! I am going to do my very best job at explaining this process so that you can walk away from this video and feel 100% comfortable putting something like this together. I know alcohol inks can seem intimidating, but I promise you, they're not. The number one tip is make sure you have a cup prepped with high gloss spray paint. It works better than if you were to use matte spray paint. I've just found that my alcohol inks react better over a gloss base. So I always do white gloss spray paint. You're gonna need medicine cups so that you can separate all your alcohol ink colors that you wanna use. And you're also gonna need 99% alcohol. If you don't have 99%, you have 91%. That is also okay. And I recommend these paintbrushes right here. You can get them at any local craft store. I believe even Walmart carries these. You want as many paintbrushes as you're going to use colors. It's okay to mix colors a little bit, and I'll show you during the process, but for the most part, you do want to try to keep your brushes not cross-contaminating them. Like, you want to keep them with whatever individual color you're using that brush for. Alcohol inks activate one another and they create this beautiful reaction. But if you're just using the same brush for every single color, you're eventually going to make a big old, poopy color. Or maybe not. Maybe you'll make something beautiful. But it is best to just kind of keep your separate paintbrushes for your separate paint colors. I also like to clean my brushes a lot in between, and you'll see me doing that on my napkin and using alcohol. The color of the purple that I am using is called Victim. You can find it on jenscraftedgems.com. I will link it in the description. She did issue a discount code specifically for you sweet baddies to give you 20% off of your order if you guys decide to order these inks. I'm going to go ahead and go in with Victim. It is the most vibrant purple. I can't even describe this color to you. I believe I'm using Hades next. Don't worry, I will link all of these colors in the description. Please also remember that if any of these colors are sold out, you can pick any colors that are similar, or you can even completely change the color scheme. It's going to turn out beautiful no matter what you do. These are just the colors that I decided to go with for this particular design. So I'm going to go ahead and keep my colors separate the way you see me doing. This one that I'm using right here is BADDIE Blood. It is a very beautiful pink, and you're going to see me end up going in with a darker pink on top, which is called Bubble Yum, only because I feel like BADDIE Blood would be perfect if I was doing more of a pastel cup, but I felt that because the other two colors are so dominant, I needed a stronger pink, so I ended up going over this pink with Bubble Yum. Now, the bottom of the tumbler, just get some color on there. We'll activate it with some alcohol in a little bit and create some pretty cells down there. I don't worry about the bottom of the cup as much as I do the actual design on the tumbler. So what you saw me doing just now is I dipped my paintbrush into a little bit of alcohol. If you feel like you picked up too much alcohol, feel free to dab your paintbrush on your napkin to take a little bit of that excess off. And then you see me brushing in between the colors right here. This is activating those alcohol inks and making them become a little bit watery and runny. It also gives them this watercolor effect because it kind of activates the color, gets it moving around, becomes a little bit lighter, and it just creates the most beautiful. I just think alcohol inks are magical, and I think they're so underrated. what you see me doing here is going over that pink with Bubble Yum. You can see that this pink matches the theme of my cup a little bit better because it's a stronger pink. So please do take note that I am cleaning my brushes a lot in between what I'm doing. I don't want to go over into the pink with the paintbrush that I dipped into that dark blue or that dark purple, because I don't want to contaminate too much. If you can see the cup I have here in my other hand, even though I did create some pretty cells and did combine the colors, for the most part, you can see I did keep the color separate. I've got the blue, the purple, the pink, and they are all in their own section, and we want to continue to keep it that way. So it's okay to blend a little, but we do want to avoid too much contamination of the colors. So I do want to warn you, you will be using lots of paper towels and lots of alcohol to clean your brushes in between. Now, I got this off of a set on Amazon of metallic inks. This one is a pearl white. I absolutely love using this on my cups because it adds just like a milky effect. And I say milky because it almost makes the color look creamy by adding that pretty white. But it also leaves a really beautiful shimmery effect from the pearl. It is just stunning. I'm trying to give you guys the best visual, but here I picked up a little bit of that white pearl, and you see me just kind of pressing it over, that purple, activating it. I like to blow on my inks. This is a alcohol ink blow job, if you will. I like to dab and then I like to blow. The reason I like to blow is so that I can create those cells, but also so that I can dry my ink fast. As you can see, the ink is very runny. You don't want to create streaks that are going to run from side to side because that is going to mess up your colors. It's going to activate every color as it drips down, and it's not going to be pretty. So you want to do a decent enough amount of ink, but not enough where it's going to be running off of your cup to the sides. So that is why I like to immediately blow after I dab my alcohol ink on there, just to keep it contained in the area where I want it, especially because I'm trying not to cross-contaminate my colors too much. So I want to make sure I'm keeping the areas controlled. Now you see me going back and forth here a lot and dipping my paintbrush into the 99% alcohol, then wiping it off, doing a little bit of distressing, and then you see me going back and forth and dipping it into the pearl white. I am kind of doing both and just kind of following my intuition and letting the alcohol inks work their magic. This is complete preference. If you feel like your colors are too dark and you want to add a little bit of milkiness in there, add a little bit of white. If you like how strong your colors are, then just add some alcohol ink. Here you see me kind of showing that you can create little veins in your alcohol ink by simply taking a little bit of alcohol ink and pushing those inks with your brush. You're creating a separation, but you're creating also a little dark vein. And you do that just by pushing around the inks, manipulating the inks around. It is such a fun process. Do not let it intimidate you. Just have fun, because at the end of the day, even if your colors do mix a little bit, they're gonna create magic. They're gonna create magic, especially when you stick to a color scheme like this one. Probably the worst that'll happen is that it turns into purple, right? You want to be careful when you get into those like oranges and greens. I don't know what color that would make together. But have fun, let loose, create your beautiful magic. And I'm going to show you something really cool. As soon as you're done, you don't have to seal this. You don't have to do anything. As soon as you're done and you're happy with the way it looks, take some foil, some transfer foil. I got mine from Two Moms Craft Shack. I will link it in the description. Wrap your tumbler in it. I'm going to step away for a second to add some heat to this. I'm going to add some heat with my heat gun. And then once I have applied heat to my foil, I'm going to take some napkins and I'm going to just rub that foil into my tumbler. I'm going to rub and press down. Okay, and like I said, I went straight from adding my inks straight to the foil. I didn't seal it. I didn't wait for anything to dry. As soon as I was done, I immediately wrapped it in foil. And this is the result that you get when you do that, because some of your inks are still a little bit wet and sticky. So that foil sticks to certain areas of your design and it just looks incredible. I am so obsessed with this method. I absolutely love the way it looks. I think I discovered it by accident one day because I accidentally dropped my cup that had alcohol inks on top of a foil that was on my desk. And when I picked it up, I was like, wait a minute, this is so cute. So this is a really fun method for you to do. And this is what the cup looks like when it's done. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Besitos.